Okay, guys, just might do a preview for the Boxing Day meeting at Devonport. 7 races. I will preface it by saying I'm struggling a fair bit with the card, to be honest. In the first, Coney did enough in its trial to suggest it's going to go mighty close here, like it's a pretty thin race, if truth be told. Totally Wicked was actually pretty good in Launceston last time, off the track all the way, and we're going to have a quick look at that. Yeah, obviously the 1150 metre trip's not ideal, but we'll just have a quick look. It's the grey horse here, sort of wide all the way. So you can see it's like 3 and 4 deep on the speed. In the race here, yeah, we've got Little Pumbaa, who came out and won the first race the night before, so holds its own with that. Amber in Paris, probably worth watching here, just in the middle there. It's in race 2, doesn't have much luck at all here. But you see the old grey, he keeps on grinding home. He's a 23 start maiden. You see Amber in Paris coming through the middle, and Little Pumbaa out wide. But yeah, so not a race to get overly enthused about, but to be honest, based on the trial of Coney, it actually jumped well, and then the flying Black Jaguar just took off and kept coming all the way to the line. You'd imagine it. I can see it actually starting a bit shorter than what it is currently, and should be making its own luck and winning. Just not sure of the form of the race. Shackley's Hill and Dubbo came through, so. And Siobhan Dynasty was heavily backed on debut and didn't do a thing, to be honest. So I think the winner comes out of 4 or 2. The second race, is it Ilfracombe, I think it's pronounced. It dead set jogged in at the trials. Might just go and have a quick look at that actually. Is it Longford trials? Not that, about 3 weeks ago, so be this one. Yeah, no, it's obviously from Aidan Nunn. Had a couple of trials interstate whilst he was on his polo jaunt. Yeah, this is it here outside the leader. You can see it. It jumps like a length in front of them and gets grabbed hold of in the maroon colours. So you can see if it asked for a little bit, it would have been 2 in front of them. And jogs around. And yes, he could have won this by 5 lengths if asked for anything. Yes, obviously it looks quite impressive. We need to take into account though that the time was pretty average, and the second horse from the trial came out and didn't do much at all in a pretty average race at Launceston last week as well. So the other one is the other 3-year-old filly in the race, Effortless Opera. Was very strong all the way to the line last time at Devonport. You'd imagine it derives some benefit. Do think one of the two will win. You're going to be first and second favourites, so that's not the most outlandish statement you'll ever heard. But just with Silent Savings in the race, drawn 1, Ilfracombe 2, they just might set it up for Effortless Opera. So if I was to pick one, I might lean her way. As you'll know, she's going to be strong all the way. So we did point out Amber in Paris. Me Tony was pretty good on debut. Silent Savings past couple have been terrible, but on its run 3 starts ago to just win and lead and win this. And Origin Count is pretty consistent. And to be honest, there's about 5 or 6 in this race who would have started a clear-cut favourite in race 1. The third, Century Arrow, said 6 starts, a win in 5 seconds. He's got good form on this track, makes his own luck on speed, steps out to the 1650. He's the one you keep coming back to, but whether you want to take that price is another thing. His Devonport form's also pretty good. He's got very good form around Penstock, and obviously that stands up anywhere. Beautiful boy, drops in grade a bit. Valagron's pretty consistent. General Sussex always running home, and Cranny Flyer was pretty good last time, but keep coming back to Century Arrow, but no value in the price. The fourth, this is tough, this race. It's a Battle. Was okay last time. It draws the outside gate, bit of a worry. Written Addiction got back last time, resumed in a race where they ran, I think, the last 633.5, and he settled close enough to last, so totally ignore the ninth. From barrier 2 should settle closer. Expect improvement. Pipe to Board was actually nominated for the, what was it, the Tasmania Stakes, I think. So yeah, it's just it was fair last time, but definitely in the mix from the good gate. Jim and I had a lot of favours last time to win, but draws barrier 1 again. Ramadi Bullet's super consistent. Didn't have much luck in Launceston off the track. GG Retru will be leading. Not sure if she's ideally suited over the 1350 over 1200. If she doesn't cop any pressure, they might be the one. But the one I'll probably back is Ramadi Bullet. Toughed it out well in Launceston after being wide. Was very good here over this same track and distance to start before. Raced in the first 4 or 5 and be strong to the line. So yeah, happy to be on Ramadi Bullet, but a very open race. But we're going to get the right type of price, probably $6 or so. The seventh, another tough one. This Still Dan. I think he had 2 starts at the track for 2 wins and bolted in both times. And as we all know, horses that handle the surface at Devonport just continue to thrive there. So good barrier with the claim, not harshly treated. Brackenby was did enough on Tassie Debut to be right in the mix again. Knew it on. Through GG's Queenie comes through a couple of red hot form races. We're up to race 5. Yeah, if you just have a look, she's 4th to Duraza GG Lynette. I think she was only like a length behind Mr. Songman in that race. And then 3rd to Fragment, 2.8 lengths behind him. And that's obviously red hot form. The one asterisk I will put up here were that both of those races were farcically run early, and she lobbed in a perfect spot. So that sort of maximised her finishing position. But with the claim, she's got the early toe to overcome the barrier. The 3-year-old form has been good all year, but the one we query is barrier 13. There's a horse here, Top Drawer. They're betting good double figure odds about it at the moment. The one thing I'm just worried about at the moment is that there's no jockey listed at this late stage, so it's trained at Longford, and with Longford sort of only 6 days away, they just got the feeling it might be being safe for there, but it was very good resuming. Gasnier, Brackenby, Brackenby's right in the market. I think it's a favourite in early markets actually, and I actually thought Top Draw went better. Might as well have a look just in case it does accept, because you're copying double figures.
Late scratching at the...
Right, so we'll just go forward a little bit. So here it is. You can see it's jump well. It's outside the leader. White with the... Sure what's happening to the computer at the moment. So you can see here, sort of pulls out 4 wide. Here's Brackenby in front on the fence. Well, Top Draw off it. If it went straight, it would have won. And Gasnier's a pretty handy horse who beats it. So you're copying decent double figure odds. Beat the favourite home last time. If it doesn't start, you don't do any damage, and we can back up at Longford. So yeah, so I think at the odds, good draw. We do far worse and have something on Top Draw. The 6th is the feature race of the day, the Sheffield Cup. Actually, I'll go here. I haven't got the scratchings listed there. So it's been knocked around a bit by scratchings. And it's a funny race form-wise. So it's the three top picks are all some query at the distance. Like Killen Falls and Will Be Rules have both never won over the mile. And East End is probably a query on the other end, and 16 might actually be too short for him. But they've both got very good, like Killen Falls, track 6 starts, 4 wins, 2 placings. Will Be Rules, track 10 starts, 7 wins, 2 placings. So, needless to say, they both fly here. And East End was an unbelievably soft win last time. Anything with him, a small field, all the favourites getting back, there mightn't be much tempo in the race. And for him to win over this trip, he probably need it to be a truly run. Because he hasn't got the turn of foot to go with these other 2 horses, you'll outstay them if it turns into a staying race, but if it turns into a sprint home, they'll be too quick for him. Do think Killen Falls a win, but he's just a ridiculous price at the moment, odds on, but yeah, probably leave me out of that race. And the last, pretty similar, like doing some figures there before, Happy Halloween. And if you have a look at his record, he's had 24 starts, 6 wins, 5 seconds. Siggy Card's ridden him 13 times for 6 wins and 5 seconds. So the 11 times he's been ridden by another jockey, he's had two thirds and 9 unplaced, and that's a bit of a worry. So even though with the claim, like he beat the captain on its merits last time, he does it well placed, but might be one of those cases of take 3 off and put 5 on. Nothing against Tegan, the horse may be just one of those who doesn't go for other jocks. And the other thing with this race, it's just very difficult to line up Kafoo, first up in the state. So he has one on the synthetic in Victoria as well. So yeah, so as I mentioned, don't like the last 2 races at all. I'm a bit worried top draw is going to be scratched and safe for Longford. As I mentioned off the top, I'm not real keen on the card at all. Ramadi Bullet, happy to back it. You know what you're going to get. Like, it's no good thing by any means, but we'll be super honest all the way to the line. Century Arrow, but leave me out at the price. One of the bottom 2 there. Probably the one I'm most confident with on the day's Triconi in the first. But it was a funnily run trial, that's the only thing. But very thin race. It'll be on speed, making its own luck. So, forced to pick one on the day. That's backable odds. We'll pick Triconi. And if Totally Wiki gets out to like $6, might be worth throwing a saver on it, as he will be strong late. But 23 start maiden, you have to wonder if it's ever going to occur. So anyway, we will wrap it up there. Longford, I did see, is actually listed for Sky One on New Year's Day, so imagine the pools should be quite vibrant for that. So I'll definitely be popping up a preview for there, my old hometown of Longford. So until then, guys, we'll leave you with it, and let's hope we can sneak one home at Devonport. Cheers.